a homestead live stream. Woo!
New channel, Sean in Alaska.
Well, hi, folks. So how's everybody doing out there this evening? Kiss My Grass Acres. Sean in Alaska. Cecilia Jansen. Royal Amethyst Acres. And, well, I can't read it from where I'm at. Who is it?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Somebody just got membership.
Oh, Big Dreams Homestead.
Big Dreams Homestead.
Miss
Thank you.
Anne Marie.
Thank you so much. Smudge will give you a big hug. And he can do that because he's not quarantined. Apparently doesn't transfer to dogs. Royal Amethyst Acres, Geeky Gardens. Homestead Engraving Business and Life. That's a different title.
Lizard Lady says your beard is growing.
Well, it's supposed to do that during this time while we're
what?
Isolated,
Okay.
compromised, not supposed to do anything.
Compromise.
Copper Kettle Farms. Yes, you were first. I did see that message when I first glanced at the screen. The Crouch Ranch. Food Forest Permaculture.
Howie.
J Love Adventures.
In Canada.
Wow.
Had to rejoin, had finance issues last month.
Hey.
Anne-Marie, totally understand.
Yes. Yeah. We have the finance issues every month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, wow. We're all going to need hairdressers when this is over.
Mm-hmm. Hairdressers and counselors.
And that's what, Theresa Jukowitz? Does that sound maybe like I did it right?
Moon Pie, you met her in Mississippi. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you clarified that there at Copper Kettle Farms. I just wondering why you were sticking your thumb up there. J Love, thank you for coming in. Good to see you. And folks, these people dressed in the blue outfits up here, they are.
There's our guest next Monday.
There are moderators. Oh yeah, Stringfield Ridge Farm. I'm betting it's Teresa. You know you are on deck. I'm going to get you and Lee on the hot seat here next Monday night.
Yeah, I'll be sending the letter out.
Congratulations on being. I guess I missed that. So,
yep.
Grandma again.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Don't whack your own bangs off.
The last time I got my hair cut, I'm the one who did it. Stood out back and chopped it all off.
Was it Celia or was it Kaylee that gave themselves a haircut a few years ago when they were? I mean, just butchered it.
I think it was Kaylee.
I think
Kaylee had a hairdresser butchered hers. I don't know who it was.
White picket fence. Okay, we can do that. Now we have to walk through that, keeping our social distance. So I'm not sure what the best. We'll just have to find wide doors, and we can make it. But yeah, we can certainly do. Sherry will be sending out an email.
I'm doing it right now while we're talking.
Wow, Sherry is composing the email to you as we speak.
Where does she want it sent to?
Teresa, where do you want your email sent to? Probably your email box, but which one? Gina HT. Is that Hamiltonville? No, okay.
Yeah, see? Teresa, Mud Pie Girl too. Do you remember that name now?
I remember that name.
Well, that's Teresa.
Okay. Did I butcher your name real bad? I hope not. What's in the mail? Well, Stringfield Ridge Farm is going to be our guest next Monday night, and we always send out a mail thing as far as how we work the show, and so that they don't forget, we can do some test communication settings so that everything goes without a problem. That's how we try anyway. Okay. Yeah, the check is in the mail. So how is everybody doing? Anybody have any problems with anything here this past week? Where you were working on something and ran into issues, couldn't get something done? I think we mentioned it last week that, and I'm sure you all know right now that you can no longer just jump to a channel from a name in the chat there. YouTube's making it a little bit more difficult. So our recommendation is on a laptop anyway, or desktop. You just have a second window open kind of behind the primary one, and just highlight that name that you're interested in, highlight the name and copy it and go paste it into a search bar on the other window, and you should come right up with that channel. So, Fireman CV, boy, I haven't seen you in a while. Good heavens, how you doing? All right. Yeah, I heard you turned, 21, was it?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she said she got 3 days worth of credit in. Great.
This is why I don't stream on YouTube anymore. Why is that? Boy, you got an active bunch in here tonight. I'm going to have to turn slow chat on.
Yeah. Half-Acre Dreams. I cannot get my pictures and videos to transfer from iPhone to computer. Well, Lizard Lady, you need to talk to Daryl because we both have iPhones.
I don't know what the problem could be. There's a couple different ways to do it, though.
Crystal, if I can be 21, so can you.
Yeah, it's 21 with some extra experience is all that is, Crystal. And I'll let you add how many years of experience you get on top of your 21.
Fireman CV, almost 10,000 subs, and I'm leaving YouTube. I'm done with them.
Well, gosh, Fireman, it's they're still the only game in town as far as I'm concerned. And we try, but we got an issue, and hopefully you all saw the thumbnail on your way in. That hey, we got a letter this morning, and I wanted to share it with everybody and talk about it a little bit, and show you just exactly what happens in case you have never dealt with that before. So let me get this other screen up here. There we go. All right, this is the email that we got this morning, and I'll just read it. Hi, Two Family Homestead. A copyright owner using Content ID claims some material in your video. Now, let me stop right there. Content ID means they have a bot. They have a little spider crawling around that's looking at the X's and Y's in the, I should say zeros and ones in the files on the servers to see if they come up with a match for something they claim rights to. In other words, it wasn't a person that did this. This was a machine. And it goes on to say, this is not a copyright strike. It's a copyright claim. This claim does not affect your account status. And that's great. That's a big plus. There are either ads running on your video with the revenue going to the copyright owner, or the copyright owner is receiving stats about your video's views. So, the video question is Homestead Homie of the Month. And we're going to go look at it here in a moment. It said the copyrighted content was Trees to Stone. It's an instrumental, and it was claimed by AdRev for rights holder. In other words, the person that actually made the music, they didn't put a claim. This other AdRev company did this. So what's next? There are no problems. You don't need to take any action. You don't need to delete your video. No, they don't want you to do that because they put this claim on it, and that means that any money that video generates, they're going to take it all. So by having this little bot go around and search out all these videos. Now, don't misunderstand. I'm not talking about going out and stealing people's music. There's absolutely a good reason to have content I'm just looking at Fireman. I'll tell you what. I'll have you up here in just a little bit. So just hang on here. There are no problems. You don't need to take any action. Don't need to delete your video. Something went wrong. The copyright owner or your system made a mistake. We have a dispute process. Only use it if you're confident you have the rights to use all the content in your video. Then it goes on to say if you want copyright safe songs, well, they're going to advertise their YouTube audio library. Well, let's go look at the claim details. And I think everybody here will get a kick out of this. This video is 49 seconds long. Or 50. And they're saying that the content is found during the very beginning to the very end. And looking at the video here, I'm going to go ahead and start, but I'm not going to turn the sound up. I don't want to give these folks even a dime. This is a video that was made back in 2018, so this is nothing new. But I want to run this up to right here. And I think you should be able to see on the screen that I have in the ending credits of this 50-second video, less than a minute video, that the music is supplied by Filmora. So, here's what happened. I put this video together, and as you know, as many of you know, Filmora is one of the editing programs that we kind of recommend. And this music was supplied by Filmora. It came with the program. I bought the program, I paid for the program, and supposedly I got the rights to use this music. Well, I don't know at this point. At this point, I don't know. So, what I wanted to do, I'm just going to copy this Here, we can just do it this way. I'm going to search Google for this song, and lo and behold, something that jumps up here right now is another video that says Streets to Stone, relaxing, happy music, and it has Filmora in the background. There's no doubt about it that this music came from Filmora. At this point in time, what I don't know is, are they going to, I've written Filmora before I responded to this claim. I've written Filmora. I just want to have all my ducks in a row because the current versions of Filmora do not have this song. And sometimes what can happen is music, the rights to music has gone to a company like Wondershare, and something happens along the way, something sold, something has just broken the relationship there, and those rights may be reclaimed, I guess, by something else. So I have written to Filmora. I expect an answer probably tomorrow or the day after. And at that time, I'll make a decision if I'm going to dispute the claim. Now, the very interesting thing about this...
Anne Marie's asking, to monetize a video, doesn't it have to be a minimum of 10 minutes long anyhow?
No. No, it does not. I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard that one before. But no, it does not. Matter of fact, I'm not sure back in that time period when this video was made, if as a new YouTuber, we certainly would have been fine at this point. But as a new YouTuber, at that time when we first started, you could not make a video over 5 minutes until you had so many hours and so many subscribers and different hoops to jump through. So,
see where Fireman CV wanted to ask if you were going to have a panel? See some things you wanted to add to what you were talking about?
Yep. And I told him, just give me a minute here, because I'm going to have to set something up here, and I can do it a couple different ways. Can you talk for a minute while I set that up?
I could.
Okay.
That means I have to put the microphone by me.
You have the mic.
Yeah, Rebecca, exactly. If they sold that song, it would be the company that they sold it to would be their responsibility. I mean, it was a Filmora on the list when he did it, so, it should have been okay. But, it's just strange. It was June of 2018, and here they are trying to ding us.
2018.
I just said
2016.
Oh, 16? I thought it was 18.
18 is when it was, but you said 16.
It was a couple years ago.
Yes, it most certainly was.
Give or take a year or two. Can I smack him now? Yes, Nathan, I can. Come here, I'll smack you on the back of the head. Yeah, we got some new grandparents in the house. How awesome. Grandbabies are the best. It's supposed to, I saw Zach's post today. It was snowing in Kentucky. It's supposed to snow here tomorrow. Yeehaw! Well, yeah. And Mary, I I figured you would allow me to do that. You know, I'm sure Johnny would let me. There'd be no issue there. Yeah. Well, I don't have the wooden spoon anymore, Nathan. My older son broke it years ago. Thank you, Howie. Appreciate that. Yes, Mandy, grandkids can be spoiled and sent home. You got that right. And Misty, I don't want to hear that it was 65 there today. I don't think it hit 40 here today. Yep, Sabrina, I can understand. But if it got copyrighted, all you have to do is send in an appeal. You didn't have to take it down. Well, you know, it depends what the copyright. If it was for the music and you did it, it was legit, just send them an appeal. Well, yeah, being in Alaska, I can imagine you've had enough snow. My niece lived there. In fact, she graduated from high school. She was living in Alaska. Quebec Homestead. Okay, you go ahead and lurk, dear. You're allowed to lurk. Oh, no, see, I didn't touch the Hot Wheel tracks. I mean, that kept the boys busy. I wasn't going to do that. I had a restaurant-size wooden spoon. Yeah, Mandy, that's about what it was here. Yeah, Wide Family Farm. I went out the other day and looked at my pussy willow tree. You could see where there were buds, but they never bloomed. You know, Nathan?
Okay, I think we're good. We've got, well, we're sort of good. Hold on. We've got Fireman CV on the line here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I guess I need to put my headset on. Now I can hear him.
All right. You're on.
Well, first thing I want to say, as always, it's a pleasure to be up here. I'm happy you're having me back up here. I miss you guys. I really do.
It's good to hear your voice.
I mean it. I'm not pulling your leg. I'm happy to be up here with you guys. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. We've been migrating to that new platform. But what I did want to touch base on is I wanted to elaborate on what you were just talking about. YouTube has this AI bot, and what they're doing is the bot is fighting against these channels. And it's not necessarily somebody that laid claim to you. It's the bot that YouTube has. I'm running into this with my channel personally. And the other thing I want to point out is we have, the Studio Classic. Now I'm going to freak you guys out on this because this is what I'm running into now. I go into Studio Classic and I went in the other day and I got 6 copyright claims all the way back from January that I didn't know I had. But then when I go into the new Studio Beta, it's empty. There's nothing there. So you need to check both of them. But on the good news, YouTube is phasing out the old Classic one. So in other words, if you get a copyright claim, you're never going to know about this.
Well, they told me in the mail.
See, I never got an email. Never. It only showed up in the old one. This is why a lot of people like Green Bay Wacky, Cap 7, and myself, TCTV, Boomer Rock, Boomer D, numerous channels. We've said the heck with it. And the other thing is, not to brag, I was making $400 to $500 a month off of YouTube. This last paycheck from YouTube, I got $100. I'm done. I'm tired. And this has affected just more than me. This has affected a lot of channels. So we've said the hell with it. And I'm not trying to push this other platform, but we just said the heck with it. And we've gone to the other one. And I hate to see this happening to you. It's frustrating. And I know it eats away at you and it pisses you off, so to speak. Excuse the expression. So I get it. I know where you're coming from.
Well, I'll tell you what, you've been gone for so long, I'm not sure anybody here even knows who you are. So please introduce yourself. Tell the folks who you are and a little bit of your history. We've had you on a Monday Night Live before in the past, and yes. We've known you for, 3-4 years, something like that. So, yeah.
Those of you that don't know me, I am Fireman CV. I started my YouTube channel in 2009. I've got almost 10,000 followers, and I'm abandoning my YouTube channel gradually. I'm not producing any more videos. I'm not doing any more content. I'm just going to let my channel die out. If they put restrictions in, they do. The whole reason behind my YouTube channel is the same thing as Two Family Homestead, as well as other individuals that have their channels in chat. We're here for the people. We're here to make a difference, to educate people, to entertain them. And YouTube has put so many restrictions on us. It's just like, it's frustrating, especially for people that have wonderful content to put out. They can't do that. And I know I'm deviating away from what you asked me to do. But I'm just giving you a little bit of background information. It's frustrating for me. But I've been on YouTube since 2009, and I'm really good friends with Cap 7 and Green Bay Wacky, and I can't name off all the channels. I've been on Two Family Homestead before. Wonderful people. I mean, just wonderful people. And it's just, when I happen to see they were live streaming, like, oh, I got to get on there and say hi. It's the least I can do. And when I saw them talking about this, I had to jump in.
Well, it's always good to hear from you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I was going through marital difficulties, but that's over with, so now I'm back.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I think the last time you and I chatted was very, very briefly when you were doing one of your Christmas live streams.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stopped doing the Christmas live streams. I don't know anybody in the YouTube community that's got more copyright strikes than I have. And all my, I almost slipped. All my stuff is legitimately paid for. I pay for all my music. And that's the thing. If you use your music from the YouTube library, and a lot of people don't take this into consideration, it'll be free. You don't have to give credit to the author or anything like that. And you use that music and your video stays on there for a while. Well, those owners of that music can change those terms at any time. So you have to go back and constantly check on that music that you're using in the YouTube library to make sure that you don't have to add in the description giving credit to that author. So you never know when you're going to get a strike. And if it's not YouTube that's going after you, 95% of the time, it's the YouTube bot that is actually filing the claim on behalf.
Right.
Because they got a matchmaking system. I'm sorry to be talking so much.
You're fine. Go for it.
Yeah, but let's make sure that everybody knows. In our case, anyway, it's not a strike; it's a claim.
Well, that's what I meant, a claim. I'm sorry. I always say strike. But yeah, I've got multiple claims.
Yeah, strikes are serious.
Right.
Claims just steal your money.
Here's what I did. And it worked. It worked like a charm. It was the best. I've got probably about 500-600 songs that I have. I use an app. It's called Snip. And that can be added to OBS. So what it does is it plays that music on the title while I'm doing the live stream. So that way, if there's a copyright claim or notice, you can go to that timeline and you see exactly what that is. That way you can trace it back. Because if you don't have the name of that song or whatever music that's playing on a ticker tape, if you're using OBS, you don't know what song they're referring to. And of course, you're spending God only knows how long. And you don't want to delete that video. You don't want to let these people win and say, oh, I can't figure it out. I'll just delete the video. If you do that, you lose your views. And that, you're depriving the community of good quality video.
Yeah. And that's something that I have showed people. We haven't visited that area here lately, but like at the beginning of this show, when at the intro time, when there's background music playing, it's got right across the top of the screen what's playing. Yeah. Got the artist, and it's from the YouTube library. And then when our closing screen is the same way. So, yeah, that's...
Yeah, you got to cover your ass. I mean, it's getting worse. I'm sorry if I said ass. If I offended anybody, I apologize for that. Sometimes I don't watch my mouth.
Everybody
but
has.
You
everybody
do. You got to cover
one.
your butt. You really do. And it's getting worse. If you talk about certain subjects, YouTube is just striking us down for our First Amendment rights. And I'm not going to get political or anything like that. But you've got to be careful which words you're using on YouTube, or they remove your videos. It sucks.
So what else is new? You indicated you're going to a different platform.
Oh, I have gone. I'm done with YouTube. I'm done. Green Bay Wacky, Cap 7's done. TCTV is done. Boomer Rock, Boomer D. Lou Rock still comes here on YouTube. And Lou Rock's new fiance as well. We've all switched over to this other community. Here's the difference, okay? If you don't want me to go into it, I won't. That's up to you.
No, you go ahead. I mean, all these folks here are, the majority of the folks that we have in here are all in the homesteading community.
Right.
And you guys are a little bit, I'm going to say you're more toward the entertainment area.
Yeah, I cover, well, entertainment, and I do educational. I've got more educational videos than I have entertainment, really. But now I'm getting into the entertainment aspect of it. The platform, do you want me to mention the platform?
Sure, you can mention the platform.
I'm sorry?
Yes, go right ahead. That's fine.
Okay. The platform that we've all migrated to and we're happy with it's called DLive. DLive's been around for a while. It's in its infancy stages. But it's like the old YouTube was when it first started up. Now, Two Family Homestead can create a DLive channel right now. And I'm not making this up. They can create a channel on DLive right now. And if people, their loyal followers that are right here in chat right now, go over to DLive and see that they're streaming on DLive, I guarantee you will make the trending pages, at least the top 5. That's the good thing about DLive. Now, here's the other good thing about it. Somebody makes if I make a super chat right now to Two Family Homestead, YouTube gets 30% of that cut. And that's the end of it. On DLive, if Two Family Homestead decides to do a live stream right now on DLive, it works on a lemon system. Each lemon's worth 12 points. I won't get into the specifics, but it's awesome. The way it works is I can donate lemons to DLive, which can be turned into currency. You get paid every 2 weeks instead of every month. The other thing is they have a thing called the treasure chest. So Two Family Homestead, all it is a treasure chest that holds lemons. And what happens is anytime during that stream, they click on this treasure chest, they distribute lemons to everyone that's viewing that channel. So in other words, you don't even have to have a channel on DLive and you can get money. And that works on every single channel on DLive on their platform. But to give you an idea, I streamed 4 times, just 4 times, that's it. And I made roughly 4 to 5 times what I made in YouTube a month. That's the difference if you've got the supporters and the followers. And that's a good thing about DLive. The other thing is you can post animated GIFs within the chat. So in other words, you can reward each other. You can host other channels. I'm not trying to convince everybody to go over to DLive, but if you check it out, you'll be like, you'll never go back to YouTube again. And that's why a lot of us have just said, the heck with it. We're tired of the restrictions and the freedom of speech. On DLive, you can say whatever you want. Nobody's going to censor you. I'm sorry, I won't go into it too much more. I don't want to bore people.
No, you've caught everybody's attention, and Daryl just answered my question because somebody asked if it was for live streams only.
It's all live streams, yes. So right now, the way it works is, let's say Two Families. I don't know why I'm talking about you like you're a third party. But let's say you go over there and you do a live stream right now. Your videos are only held for 4 days. But the more you live stream, you go up a next tier from that. In other words, it shows that you're being serious about live streaming. And then your videos are held, don't quote me on this, I forget the exact number. Your videos are held for like 20 days. And as you grow, your videos will be held a lot longer. DLive's always making new changes to increase the platform to make it better for other streamers. So the videos are held there a lot longer. So it keeps getting better and better as time goes on.
Okay. I mean, but if you are doing, like you said, educational videos, that video has a finite life.
Correct.
And it'll just boom, is gone. Whereas, if you do it on YouTube, it could be there for years and years.
That is correct.
So YouTube, if and I'm just pointing out, we're looking at pluses, minuses here, whatever. Yep. If you are doing YouTube, if you started doing YouTube as personal log of your endeavors.
Yes.
Moving into a new homestead, building a new area, building a barn or building a house or whatever. You can have a historical viewpoint of that, whereas on this other platform you cannot.
No, you cannot. No. But they're changing that. They're constantly changing. They're constantly making improvements on that. They want to change that. They're going to be the next YouTube. They're going to make YouTube basically be phased out. It's coming. I mean, even if you visit DLive for a little bit, you'll see that. But you're absolutely right. Like, I still want to do educational videos and stuff, but I'm going to put them on DLive before I do anything else. And then what I'm going to end up doing is I'll put them on YouTube. That's the only downfall right now to DLive. Your streams will be up there for 3 days, I think, TC, or, yeah, okay, I'm sorry, T. TCTV says it's 3 days. So your videos will stay up 3 days, and then after that, they're gone. So if you're doing just a regular bull crapping session, it's perfect, because then the videos disappear, but you don't lose any of that money. But if you want something to stay there for a long time, kind of like my channel, and you want them to stay, I've got videos I've got a couple of videos that have millions of views. That's the good thing about YouTube. They stay there forever. But it's not going to stay like that much longer on DLive. They're changing it.
Well, I know that it's been a while. When Green Bay first started going over there, I went over a few times and I watched and looked and
yeah.
And what have you, and I watched them do the lemon things and stuff. I don't know. It seemed like it had growing pains at that point. I bet it still does. Obviously, if you say they're changing it a lot, but I mean, there's other options out there. There's Twitch, and there's other streaming platforms.
Yep, you're absolutely right. But I haven't seen anyone. Not a single one. Here's the difference. Let's say I hold a DLive live stream right now, and everybody, including yourself, comes into that chat, and I open up that treasure chest. Okay, people voluntarily can donate lemons and stuff like that to me. But if I open up that treasure chest, the most active people in that chat will get currency, real money that they can actually have deposited into their bank account. The more streamers, not just me, but everybody else, over time that accumulates, and it adds up real quick. So in other words, you're giving back to your community.
Well, yeah, but now, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I very well could be, because I don't practice there, but that's your money you just distributed, because that's in your chest.
That is correct.
Okay, so in other words, whatever somebody has given you in the form of lemons, either a percentage or all of them go into this chest, and then you can just throw them out like confetti for somebody to go pick up the coins, if you would. Not anybody can pick it up. You got to be the most active. The most active individuals in the chat are the ones that will win. And you can open up the chest multiple times if you want to do that. But here's the thing. You can't just have somebody lurking and collect. It doesn't work that way. They have to follow you or subscribe to you. Understand what you're saying.
What's that?
I understand what you're saying. They have to be active. But again, you've just thrown money at them.
Correct.
So how does that overall help you in the end?
When the longer I live stream, DLive automatically adds lemons to this chest automatically. They're free lemons is what they are. And then you have individuals in chat that are giving me lemons. And then I take lemons myself and add them to the chest. So if it's a good live stream and there's plenty of people in there, the stream's active, what I will do is I will open up the chest and it will distribute lemons, which are convertible into currency, which you can deposit into your bank. Basically, you just earned money just off of my live stream, and that's the way it works in DLive.
Okay, and let's just make an assumption that a lemon is worth 10 cents.
12 cents a piece.
I know, but 10 multiplies easier in my head. Okay. So, in order for a chat watcher to get lemons to give to you, they can either be very active and perhaps gain some when you open the chest.
Yes.
Or they have the ability to go in and buy a bag of 20 lemons for $2 or something.
Yeah, they can do that too. Not to sidetrack you, you do realize you got yourself on here. You've got me full screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm there.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, right now you're the star here.
Green Bay tried to get me over there. I did not want to go over there. I hated it. I'm like, no, I'm YouTube. I'm hardcore all the way. Because YouTube, I mean, I was making a lot of money on YouTube. I'm not going to lie. But when I went down to making less than $100 a month on YouTube, I'm like, that's it. I'm done. That's all I needed. For years and years, I never made less than $400 a month on YouTube. And then this past month, I'm like, nope, that's it. And then I saw the notifications that there was copyright claims on my videos, and I did not know this until I went into the, the old one, the classic. Mm-hmm. And they showed up in a classic. I had a list since January going all the way back to my Christmas live streams in December of copyright claims. And I before I contested, I'm like, no, this isn't right. And I went into the new studio beta, and there was nothing. It was completely empty. So I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I can't do this no more.
Let me jump back up to here for just a moment.
I hope I'm not boring the hell out of everybody.
Oh, no, that has given a lot of chat, so you're doing just fine.
Yeah. I do want to jump back on this particular video because that's where I kind of started with was getting the claim, and I just want to share this. Like I said, it's a 50-second video. So if I go in and I look at the analytics on this video, well, over the last 28 days, it hasn't been watched. It hasn't done anything. Has not done anything. So let's change the time period. Let's say lifetime. So lifetime, this particular 50-second video has been viewed 189 times. It's got 2.1 watch hours, which is pretty good for a 50-second video. This video has earned me 1 subscriber, and my estimated revenue from this video is 93 cents.
I can't even get a soda at McDonald's.
93 cents is what this video, our estimated revenue is for this video in its lifetime.
That's crazy.
Okay, but I mean, there's a lot of good things about this.
Right.
Looking at this, I mean, it had a lot of likes. It was just a quick little video. It was a thing that Sherry got Homestead Homie of the Month, or I guess Two Family did, or however.
Yeah, got my pipe
from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, which is a big YouTube channel.
Right.
And I look at my retention time on this, and it's super retention time.
Yeah. And you have tags, titles, description, all that fancy stuff?
Yeah.
And you get a good thumbnail for it?
Well, I'm sure it could be better.
I'm just curious. That
broad?
Well, I mean, it's but again, it was not like a cooking video. It was not like a gardening video. It was nothing like that. It was just a very short, hey, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy recognized our channel and made us Homestead Homie of the Month, and we wanted to thank them.
Right.
So anyway, that's what I wanted to point out, that the music that I used for this at the time,
yeah,
it was fine. It was absolutely fine to use that. But, and before I respond to this claim and say, take a hike because I paid for this, I want to get an answer back from Filmora. I'm hoping they'll write back and say, oh, yeah, well, that's in our library, and if you own Filmora, you have the rights to it. And if that's the case, that's how I will respond. For 93 cents and 189 views, it wouldn't matter if I just deleted it. It's not a big deal. But what is a big deal is the way that this is done. And everybody out there, please do not misunderstand. I'm not saying that it's right to steal other people's work. That's not what I'm saying. But in this particular case, when I have it right on the video that, hey, The music was supplied by Filmora. This is a program that was bought and paid for. They said, here is music you can use without issue.
Right.
And now I get an issue 2 years later. This is stupid. This is crazy. And I understand what you're saying, but I believe there's a number of companies out there that have said, we're going to make a lot of money because we're going to contact, or we're even going to advertise all these small bands and people that make music, that they have their copyright, but they don't have time to go manage it. They can't afford to go manage it. So for a percentage, we will scour the internet for your songs, and if we find it playing illegally, we'll put a claim in on it.
Right.
And so it's absolutely crazy, but when it comes down to it, there's a lot of money can be generated for these companies. And what actually is trickling back to the artist itself is pennies, absolutely pennies. So it's not right, but that's the way it rolls in the YouTube environment. But it's
Exactly.
not. But it's not only YouTube. I mean, that can also be on Facebook.
Because of that chat, you sent me to drink. L'chaim.
So anyway, I guess I have not had a chance here to really look at the chat and see what's going on.
Right.
Does anybody have any questions out there in the chat?
Big dreams make me not want.
Wine in hand sounds like a good idea.
What's that?
Wine in hand sounds like a great idea.
You want some? Yeah, Anne Marie.
Nobody's got any questions, really.
Have to wonder, is it really worth sometimes putting the music in there?
Well, it kills it if it's dead. If it adds a certain pizzazz, to the video.
Yeah.
It shows that you take pride in the video, and it makes the video more exciting rather than dead silence. And we should be able to use music. Like I said, I use a paid subscription service, and depending on which one you use, me personally, I'm not endorsing any particular one. I use Epidemic Sound because if I get a claim, all I got to do is let Epidemic Sound know, and I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but they go after YouTube with the link. All I've got to do is let them know about it, and that gets dropped within 24 hours.
Right.
If it comes from the YouTube library, completely different situation.
Right. Yeah, I'm just kind of watching the chat kind of scroll here, and I know that we have at least one in the chat here, or we did have earlier, that she's a bit of an artist herself, and right there, Copper Kettle Farms, she will play the guitar and do some singing, and she gets
copyright.
Yeah, she gets copyright claims consistently, and I don't.
She has a voice. Wow.
I don't necessarily agree with that. If you're performing it yourself, I think that's extended too far. I think that's gone beyond the overall intent.
Mandy, YouTube took that away from us. It's not just you. YouTube took it away.
Of what?
Being able to get the three dots and go to the channel.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
YouTube took that away last week.
Mm-hmm.
The ability to just go to somebody's channel.
I don't mean to be a downer, but I mean, how much more are they going to do to us? We want to put out quality material. I know you do. I do too, as well as people here in the chat. And it's like, one restriction after another. And it's like, come on, stop with this stuff. It's discouraging. It really is.
Okay, a girl in the garden. Where does it say you can't use iPhone music free? Okay, let's just clarify something here. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by iPhone music free. But just because you went down to a record store, or you went to Spotify, or you went to Amazon Music and paid for and bought a song or a piece of music, that's for your use. That's not to rebroadcast. And as soon as you create a video, and there's two different ways to look at the videos. Number one, if the video is not monetized, that's one thing. Now you've just created it for public display. If you monetize your video, now at that point it becomes commercial.
Correct.
And commercial's another whole ball of worms.
I did leave something out. On DLive, you can play any copyrighted material you want, including YouTube videos, without any danger or worrying about getting in trouble. Just figured I'd add that.
Daryl, Wide Family Farm up above said, I use all iPhone music, and they said you can use it free. That's where that comment came from.
Who said? Well, who said you could use it free, is what I'm asking. Wide Family Farm, I can tell you right now that if you...
iMovie. Must be iMovie. And it comes with free music for production.
Okay. So iMovie, and that's an editing program. Well, so is Filmora, and so is any number of others, and a lot of them do come with music, which is what started this whole thing here tonight, because the video that we created a couple of years ago was edited and published with Filmora. I used some music that was supplied with that editing program, and it was just fine. I'm going to say the same thing with iMovie or anything else. They may tell you that, but if in fact it changes down the road because the owner of the music sold their rights somewhere else, or something something happens,
they don't have to come back and tell you.
Yeah.
And that's how we get dinged every now and again.
Yeah, and that's true. This there is a third one for broadcasting, like over a television station or something like that. That's even different yet. If you're creating commercial.
It's frustrating because nothing beats YouTube as far as video hosting platforms. Nothing.
Yeah.
Not even DLive will beat YouTube when it comes to hosting. But like I said, they're working on that. And right now, the videos don't stay up but 3 days, and that's it. So it kind of sucks. But like I said, they're working on that. But in the meantime, if I do educational videos or stuff like that, they will go to YouTube, definitely.
Yeah, Wide Family Farm, exactly. It's not cool, but that's what happened. Like Daryl said, he posted it on our video that was a Filmora song, put the credits and everything. And apparently, it could have been, the actual owner could have sold it to somebody else, and
that's, and I'll keep you informed. I will keep you informed, because we just got the letter this morning. I have subsequently gone into Filmora's site, and I didn't want to get involved in a chat thing, or I didn't want to call overseas because it's an overseas number. So I emailed them, and I sent a screenshot and the claim and what the song is and where it is, and I showed them a screenshot that I had at the back that I had credited Filmora.
Should I contest a claim that I got for singing a song a cappella in a video? Yeah. Oh, that was to you. I'm sorry.
I don't think you can.
Who are you answering, Cecilia or Quebec Homestead? Because Cecilia made a comment for you.
Can I go back to the video and remove the music you showed last week? Yes, you can. The problem with this particular video is that background music is throughout the entire video. So in order to remove, and yes, I showed last week how you could pull voice out of music, and that could be done, but it can't be done online.
Right.
So I would have to bring the video back. I would have to extract the music from the audio, repiece it back together, and at that point, when I re-upload it, it becomes a new video. And based upon the content of it might be okay for some types of things, but considering the content of that particular video, that 50-second video, that hey, we were Homestead Homie of the Month, the timing would certainly not be good. I mean, it's not a current event; it's a 2-year-old event. Now, as far as if you're singing a song, and this is where I don't necessarily agree with this. I think that a person, this is Daryl's opinion, doesn't belong to anybody else. It's my opinion. If you are good enough to perform, I don't care whose music it is. If you're singing it, if you're good enough to perform that, as long as you gave credit that this is a song by XYZ band or XYZ whatever, wherever it originated from, this is my rendition of it, I think you should be allowed to do that.
Well, on Tuesday nights, Ben used to do a music night on his show. And people would call in, as long as they didn't play the music, they sang. Now, were those not, and Fireman CV, I don't know, were those not monetized nights?
They weren't monetized, and he made sure he was really careful where he got them from, but he did get a lot of copyright claims.
Yeah.
He got a ton of them.
Okay, because I often wondered about that, because I know he made sure that they didn't, if they called in and sang a song, they didn't play any music, but it's like they're still singing it. How can, I often wondered about that.
Yeah, a lot of times, as soon as the live stream was over, I mean, it was instantly, he couldn't monetize it. It was held for review, and finally he got tired of it. It's frustrating.
Oh, we've had live streams that before it's done, there's a copyright claim.
Yeah, yep. And it's frustrating because a lot of people want to put out some great content, and there's a lot of channels like yourself that put out just phenomenal content, and YouTube's just constantly beating us down.
Yeah.
And and I'm not trying to badmouth YouTube. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. It's just, like I said, it's frustrating. We want to help others. That's why we're on YouTube. If we didn't think we were making a difference in the YouTube community and we weren't helping other individuals, I can't speak for you, but I know I wouldn't be here if I knew I couldn't help somebody.
Yeah, I hear you.
And you guys have great content. You really do.
Well,
I don't mean to be a downer.
Oh, you're not. You're
No,
not. It's been a great conversation.
I always approach our Tuesday nights as an open platform, kick the tires learning session for everybody that wants to come in and talk.
Amazing how he knew to come in tonight when this was being talked about. ESP.
I saw what you were talking about. I'm like, well, I need to add to that because I'm sure a lot of people aren't aware of that. I was not, because when I go into the studio, beta, or whatever the heck they call it, I've got nothing. It's completely empty. But when I go into the classic, it gives me a notice that it's going to be discontinued sometime this month, and it shows a big giant list of claims that I didn't even know that they were in there, but yet they're phasing it out. So it's like, ugh, I hate it.
So, kiss my guess. So if you use any kind of music, including those that says it's free, they can tag you. At some point, it may bite you in the butt.
Yeah, Facebook does pull your live streams as well. They do the same thing. And again, I'm not trying to push DLive on anybody. On DLive, play anything you want. Copyrighted materials, YouTube videos, any music that you can imagine. You can play on there. Nobody's even going to question it. It's not a big deal.
Do you think they're getting away with it because the video's gone?
Appropriate.
Because the video's gone in a short amount of time, do you think that's why they're not? because I would think that somebody could go after them.
And it's not always YouTube that's doing this. It's that stupid AI bot that searches for matches. And they say it's on behalf of this particular company or this particular channel when it's actually the bot.
Right.
Yeah. Well, there's a number of them. It's my understanding that every one of these companies that does this has their own bot, and they have the Google's permission to go through the YouTube repository of all these videos.
Right. Your mic's slightly overmodulated, right? Just a tad.
Yeah, see, just a little bit.
It's peaking out and breaking up. I'm just letting you know.
I was a little closer to it.
So I have a question for you, Mr. Fireman CV. How are you doing your backgrounds? Because I noticed it changed midstream.
Oh, that you can change it as many times as you want in Zoom. Zoom does it.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah, it's an option in Zoom. You can change it to whatever you want.
I don't do any of that technical stuff. That's Daryl.
It is not technical. If you knew how easy it was, I mean, it's right next to your video tab. It'll say choose virtual background. That's all you got to do. And select the picture. Boom, done.
Cool.
And all you need is a green screen, and it's funny. It's better than OBS. You don't have to be using any filters, color keys, or anything like that. It's automatically done for you in Zoom. Yeah, some people said you can add video in the background. Now I can do that, but I prefer not to, because when you do that, if you do a window capture under the new version, you get just a white screen. So that's why I haven't upgraded mine.
Yeah, and for any of you wondering, Poor Boy Homestead, his little intro for us, that was in essence a green screen background where I put his drag racing car behind him.
Quebec Homestead, yeah, Zoom has been glitchy lately, but the thing is, the video quality on Zoom is like phenomenal. Everybody's limiting bandwidth right now, especially YouTube, depending on your locality. And what country you're at, YouTube's admitted they've got restrictions. Zoom's not doing that. However, one thing that I did notice just recently, I don't know if you know about this or not, to family, is if you are a paid subscriber to Zoom, they actually have now, because of all of this going on with the bandwidth issues, you can have dedicated servers, but that's only to paid people that pay for the Zoom subscription, which means you'll have better bandwidth and you won't be restricted and on the same servers as everybody else.
We do that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we have the subscription to Zoom because we use it every single week.
Okay, so you should have got that notification or email letting you know that new servers are coming up.
We primarily use it as a call-in area because I can host so many calls.
Right. I don't know, Copper, I don't know if you really need that good of lighting. I mean, my green screen, I'm not doing anything fancy with my green screen whatsoever. I mean, you can see my couch in the background, and all it is $3 worth of Walmart green fabric. And I've only got one light going. That's it. I made the mistake of getting into 3-point lighting setups. And watched numerous YouTube videos, and I overcomplicated it, and I did this and I did that. When you're using OBS and you're using color keys and color corrections and stuff like that, sometimes you have to use 2 or 3 color keys. It's difficult to green screen it, and the lighting's got to be just right. With Zoom, what I've found, and a lot of other people have found, with Zoom, it's it's stupid proof, and it's a lot more forgiving. That's a good thing I like about Zoom. Provided you have a good enough camera like a Logitech C920, C922, like that, that has the capability of green screen built into it. It works great with Zoom. Sorry I'm talking so much.
That's
You're
all right.
fine. You're
That's
fine.
all right.
Teresa,
You hit on a subject hits a nerve with me. And when I saw what you were going through, I'm like, I'm going to send him a message. I want to jump in and inform him as well as other individuals. You know, the little trick that, you know, YouTube's pulling behind our backs without letting us know with that studio beta that they have in the classic.
Okay. Well, Stringfield Ridge was asking Copper Kettle.
Just asking.
Okay. So do you have to go live on Zoom, or can you just go live on YouTube and then do that? YouTube by itself does not offer you the capability of having a green screen without using a local encoder such as OBS or Zoom. I think maybe that's the easiest way to answer that. Now, what you're looking at here tonight, folks, is everything I do is run through OBS, and I'm not running through slobs. This is OBS. And I have a Zoom connection that when they said he wanted to come on, I just very quickly threw together a screen for him and got it imported into the, because I was not equipped. I was not set up for anybody to be here tonight. So
I'm sorry about that. I thought it was important for me to add that.
Well,
we can be side by side. You don't have to have a little tiny ass picture of yourself way down there and have me full screen, you know.
Well, it was the quickest, easiest way to do this.
I know. I'm messing with you.
So, well, you keep it up. I can mute you.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'm being nice. I'm behaving. I know to behave on here. I'm not stupid.
But another thing you can do with Zoom is you can actually have a Zoom connection and broadcast to YouTube from Zoom.
Yep.
Kiss My Grass Acres is, if you have different music and spots on a video, what happens then?
These spots only claim what they match up to. So, for example, if you had a 10-second spot somewhere in the video that you used somebody's music and they said it matched to it, they would pick out that 10 seconds of that video and say, because of this 10 seconds, we're claiming every dime that this video makes. Mm-hmm. So if it's an hour video, and I've had this before, we've had this happen on a Monday night. Well, let me briefly explain what happened. Every time we do a Monday night show, to promote that Monday night show, I make about a 3-minute promo video. And that promo video I make is a assortment of the guest clips from their videos. So I try to make it interesting. I try to make it short. And I used to use a lot of in their clips, if they had background or whatever, I would use that. Well, I got nailed on it because they had music on their video that was claimable. I didn't have the rights to use it, even though I didn't produce it. I didn't make it. Because I replayed it, that made it claimable on mine.
How long were the clips?
Not long. Doesn't matter. It could be 5 seconds.
I don't want to mention any channels, but I know one particular channel that has probably about 20 to 30 different music videos and songs and people singing, and they haven't gotten hit yet with copyright claims. I find it absolutely amazing, and it's monetized too.
Or at least that's what they claim.
Right. I guess they're claiming fair use.
Well, that opens up another whole thing on the fair use.
Yes, it does. It gets confusing. It really does.
And I mean, we can talk about fair use a little bit here. Theoretically, I mean, I can copy when we have a Monday Night Live guest on. I always tell the people, you know, this is part of your price to pay to be on our show on Monday night. I get to take some of your videos, chop them up, and use them as a promo for you. So I do some little editing tricks or whatever and try to put that together. But technically, I can't. They're your videos. They're not mine to take. They are not mine to take. So right. You could kind of raise a stink about it if I didn't, you know, do that first. But so anyway, where I'm going with this is, where am I going with this?
Don't look at me. No. I'm sitting here drinking my wine. I have no idea where you're going.
Anyway, because of this 3-minute promo video that had 10 seconds of a music piece in that I was not aware of at the time, and even though the promo was up 2 or 3 days before the Monday Night Live, at the start of the Monday Night Lives, I always play the promo. And because that played in the promo of the Monday Night Live, that Monday Night Live was claimed, and they took whatever dimes we might have made from it.
It's frustrating.
And I certainly don't want to go in. And at that time, you really couldn't do anything to try to just cut the music out at that little point. The problem with a live stream is you cut that out, all the chat goes away.
Right.
If you edit the video, the chat's gone.
That sucks.
So anyway.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It really is. I've never been happier being where I'm at now. But well, like I said, doing educational videos, I'll upload them occasionally to YouTube.
All right, Royal Amethyst Acres. I'm not sure what you're talking about here. It says it's just a better quality than using YouTube and OBS and Slobs. Slobs kills my computer. I guess actually you're talking with Quebec Homestead, but
I have bad luck with slobs. I really do.
It's not nice to talk about me like that.
There's what's the name of that browser-based one? StreamYard, or it's got the little duck in the corner.
There's Streamlabs, StreamYards.
Is it StreamYard?
I think it's StreamYard.
Yeah, that's another one. That's a low bandwidth way to live stream. So
a lot of them are nice, but the problem is, if you're using OBS and you decide you're going to go ahead and have a browser source, I mean, that's when you notice it. Browser sources kill OBS. I don't know why.
You think?
I've got a pretty fast system, and I can watch it bogged down. And I've changed my settings on OBS I don't know how many times, more than anybody I know, especially now that they have everybody's having internet connection problems. And those of you that think that you're not, do a speed test. I pay for 250 meg service and 30 meg upload, and I'm lucky to get a quarter of download, let alone upload, because the internet is so bogged down right now.
See, I made myself bigger. Just keep a better eye on you.
You don't scare me. I'm worried about the old lady.
Listen to this.
She got that finger on her. She's like, I'll kick him. I'll kick him.
I don't have the controls.
All right. So anyway, it's been well over an hour. Let me ask everyone that's still out there in the chat. Anything that y'all want to talk about? Have any questions about things we talked about tonight? Good time to catch us here now and go on. Or If not, we'll put her away for the evening and see you all on Thursday.
Fireman CV, it was great seeing you tonight.
Yes.
It was an honor to be up here. I love you guys. You guys are great. I'm so glad you had me up.
Oh, I thought it was great.
Well, I may have to
Very active conversation.
Matter of fact, I will. I'll just invite you as a guest on one of my Thursday shows, where we critique the channels.
I'd be happy to join in. That's if I get the notification.
5 p.m. on Thursdays.
I'm sorry, what?
5 p.m. on Thursdays.
Send me a reminder in Hangouts. I've had a stroke, so I'm lucky if I can remember my name. That's how bad it is.
What's Hangouts?
I'll smack them for you.
Oh, crap.
Okay.
Why did I come up here again? I am on social networks. I'm on Twitter, Discord, Facebook, mostly on DLive. Every once in a while I stop by on YouTube to see who's here, and when I saw you guys were on, I'm like, oh, I gotta get it. And then when I saw what you were talking about, I'm like, oh, hell no, I gotta send them a message.
Yeah, well, our email's easy to come by. It's our name at Gmail. So, all right.
Yeah, Kettle Farms. Just click on the 3 dots next to my channel and then visit channel.
Yeah, right.
And then hear all the swear words when they can't find it.
Exactly. I think all there is what? Report and block now.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's all right. This live stream's already demonetized.
Told you.
No.
Before we ended.
Yeah, every one of them are. I have to go in and appeal it.
I appeal it, and it takes them months.
Yeah.
No, it's usually...
Usually they're pretty good.
Yeah. I think last night took about an hour and a half.
Wow. Well, what does not help is they told everybody, due to the COVID-19 outbreak and, you experience wait times are going to be longer with appeals and copyright claims and stuff. And, of course, that just made it worse.
Yeah. All right.
So that doesn't...
Well, we're going to let everybody go. There's some other good channels out there tonight. And Camp Patton.
Mandy, your guess is as good as ours. And like I said, it's done that even before we end it. It's demonetized.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently we opened our mouths.
Yeah. Yeah, we had some people talking.
Nice.
Had some people talking. So, all right, everybody have a wonderful evening.
Stay warm.
We're taking tomorrow off, but we will be back Thursday 5 p.m.
Yeehaw.
Nice.
Thursday 5 p.m. So
strawberry flavored at Walmart.
No problem, Royal.
Carol, I don't keep it in my mouth long enough to find out what flavor it is. Oh, I figured they were already on. They start, I think, at 9 o'clock. Yeah.
It's nice to see you, Quebec.
Okay. We'll see you all later. Take care. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Take care, everybody. I appreciate you having me up on the stream. It was an honor, really. I mean it.